both speakers talk.
Let's talk today about financial freedom. So today is not about financial survival. So survival instinct is a different fuel than wealth creation fuel. So first, I want you to know it's Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that if you are in survival mode, that energy will only get you to survival. So the fuel that got you there won't get you to the next there. The fuel that gets you to enough will not get you to abundance. It's called a deficiency driver, a deficiency need. And so once the need is met, you don't need more. So many people do a yo-yo of economics because they haven't unleashed the financial freedom wiring instead of the survival wiring. So that's the first thing I want to share with you, that if you want to earn more than survival, you will require a meaning for the motivation. You'll want to have a reason for abundance, a reason for financial freedom. Otherwise, you hover around the survival or below, and that's just the way we're wired. So first thing I want to say is you'll want to move from a deficiency driver of survival to an abundance driver that requires meaning. So you must add meaning to money to maintain the motivation. That's the first thing I want to share if you want to talk about financial wealth. And for me, I would say, I'll say it this way, if you can try and capture this, maybe I'll say it more than once, but you want to have a clear, compelling vision you believe in and feel free to pursue. So I'll say that again, a clear, compelling vision that you believe in and feel free to pursue. And there's a lot in there, but what you'll want to do is you'll want to desire it, wealth, right? Abundance. Number one, have a desire. Second, you'll want to give yourself permission, which means money is a form of power. Power is defined as the ability to act and influence. And the more power you have, the more ability to act and influence. And the more money you have, the more power you have. Then the challenge with that can be people who fear responsibility. The more powerful you become, the more responsible you become, and that's appropriate. So for you to feel good about becoming more and more powerful, you want to truly work through authentically with yourself to land at the conclusion that the more powerful I am, the more wealthy I am, the better the world becomes. It's not only and all about me, that I've added meaning to money, purpose to profit, and the more abundant I become, the better the world becomes. So you really want to let yourself free. And on that topic, I'm not going to go deeper. Please connect to these other speakers. Yuan does great work on this. I had an interview with her on one of my podcasts. And Shiraz, who he actually did what does it call? A session with me live. And it was truly powerful. So I encourage you to speak to these experts on the mindset around money, but I wanted to plant the seed. Next, when it comes to financial wellness and your ability to succeed, I want you, it's not about the job. It's not about, rich people didn't take your money. It's not rich people that have caused your economics. I'm not saying that's never a factor, but it is healthier to see it this way. Think of the song "The Gambler" by Kenny Rogers. Some of you have no idea, you're too young. But in this song, he's talking about gambling, and he said, every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser. And that's what I want you to understand. So your unique makeup is perfect for you to have impact and profit and an abundant life. I come from a challenging background. I couldn't speak till I was 9 years old in sentences. I couldn't read till I was 21. I have no college, no university. I have a strong case of ADHD, dyslexia, OCD, complex PTSD, challenging childhood, challenging background. But by the grace of God, instead of saying, woe is me, and that's the end, by the grace of God, I was able to say, okay, so how are my uniquenesses, my superpowers? So I want you to know that what you may be trying to hide from the world might be the thing that's going to make the world love on you, and it may be a secret power. So it's not the externals of society, and whatever is true about you is not a deficiency. It's part of the equation that is perfect for you. So if you'll understand, every hand's a winner, every hand's a loser. Master using the hand that you have is great as far as finances. Hopefully you can appreciate it. I want to cover as much as I can, but again, tinyurl.com/podcast profit. It's a 15-minute call with me, free, no strings attached. We get to talk. And for some of you, I'll actually interview on a live, but this is just a chat between us. The next thing I want to say is the conversation around AI. People are really afraid of AI. You hear, oh, AI is taking over all the jobs. Well, you may have heard that the word job is an acronym that means just over broke. And you may believe that, you may not. But for me, I assume that every company is seeking profit. And if they could avoid paying me, they will. I just don't assume jobs. I don't buy the idea of job security. Well, the other thing is I'm unemployable. Maybe it's the ADHD. No, I couldn't play nice with others, I guess. So I was forced into entrepreneurialism, not because I wanted to, but because this is just my reality. So if I'm forced into entrepreneurialism, then it's okay, figure it out, right? Learn how to do that. So I found my way by the grace of God, but who I am works. So AI, if it takes a job, it unleashes your potential. So here's what I want to say about AI, and I'm going to move towards something called the $1 billion back office. AI gives you insanely powerful tools. It can help you. You just ask, if you don't know how to use AI, ask AI, how do I use AI? It can help you. You might say, oh, it's going to take over the world. Well, if it does, then you and I aren't going to stop it. What we can do is hope that's not the case and utilize AI to unleash our entrepreneurial potential. So let's say you don't know how to be a coach, successful or whatever, just ask AI and it'll guide you. I'm not kidding. It's that powerful. And so where I've decided to focus myself and my efforts is in the world of podcasting. And the reason is then you and I can build a tribe, a following, a community. And with that community, we are stronger for whatever the future holds, right? Whether it's, it doesn't matter what comes. If we're connected with others and ourselves in divine love, God, if you will, if we have all of that, then we can handle anything and grow abundant. So I've moved into that direction. I'm building the ultimate. It's called the Superhuman Network, where people can build outrageously successful podcasts with all of the tools. It's like I've invested just so much in building a back office for you and I, which includes social media. And so, if you're interested in that, we can talk. But I just want you to know through AI, I can do 100 times, 1,000 times more than I could on my own. So I want you to see yourself as you Inc., you incorporated. And if you see yourself as an independent entrepreneur, and if you're currently employed, just see that as that employer as your current biggest client. They haven't always been. They are unlikely to always be. But see yourself as independent. Les Brown taught me many, 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 many years ago. Do not ask what you'll make at the job. Ask what the job will make of you, because the goal is I want to be able to manage whatever the world throws at me and make the world a better place and profitably solve problems. There you go. So if you're interested in podcasting, definitely click the link, book an appointment. We'll talk for 15 minutes. I might even interview you for free. That's for all the speakers as well. Some of the speakers I haven't interviewed yet and I want to. So all the speakers, please click the link and book the appointment. And then lastly, I want to give you an example of this just to bring this home. So I'm visiting Florida right now. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I'm visiting Florida at my cousin's place, and I just set up a studio in his dining room, which he let me do. And it's not that hard. And then I thought maybe I want to stay here. So I went on to Grok. I use Grok, but you can use all of them, any of them. And I simply said, if I wanted to stay here in Florida, what is it that I need? Is it called a green card? And explains what that is. And then I said, okay, what are the fastest, easiest paths? And it says, number one, get married. I'm like, hey, calm down. Anyway, so I said, what else? And then a list of things. And one of the things came up, buy a business in the US for $1 million. And if you invest $1 million in the US, they'll fast track you. I said, okay, but what if I don't want to use my own money? And what if I don't have US credit and whatever? It said, okay, no problem. Here's how you can do it. It gave me everything I needed. So all this took less than an hour. I said, let's talk about what kind of business in it. And I tell it I'm doing podcasting. It says, how would you like to buy a studio space in a Class A environment? Like here in Fort Lauderdale, the hottest place is Las Olas. So it found me a space on Las Olas, a Class A building. I can buy completely with credit, and it'll give me a green card. And I now own a multi-million-dollar business without a penny out of my pocket, and I get a green card. And then it said, here's the business plan, 65 pages, and here's the people to talk to. Tell the lawyer I sent you. It gave me everything I need in about an hour. And you might say, well, maybe it won't work. Well, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, so my point is that if you will allow AI to help you, you can build things. And then lastly, I wanted to close with $1 billion back office. There's a race on right now to see the world's first solo $1 billion a year entrepreneur. So it's a person who has no employees, no staff at all, and simply with AI, artificial intelligence, as the back office, which would require a series of agents. And if you met the people on the AI day, like JB, oh goodness, names are evading me, but those are experts, and I'm talking to them about building this. So we want to build the ultimate $1 billion back office for you, and it's just you and AI can make $1 billion a year. You might say, well, I don't need $1 billion a year. Let me assure you, nobody does. But the point is, whatever it is that you would like to have in your experience, AI can help you strategize it, organize it, build the back office, set you free. And I encourage you, one and all, fear forfeits flow. So you want to move away from fear, frustration, anger, bitterness, resentment, any kind of negativity, and just say, let's play forward and let's have some fun. Let's make the world a better place and allow ourselves to be rewarded. The word deserve means from service. That's what deserve, from service. So if you're not earning enough, you're just not serving enough. And AI can help you create systems and processes that help you profitably solve problems for others. Again, if you want to speak with me privately, I'd love it. Just go to tinyurl.com/podcast profit. It's a 15-minute conversation. It doesn't have to be about podcasting, but I want to talk to you if you're interested in learning more about what I do and how I might be able to be a friend and encourager, how we might play nice. By the grace of God, even with my deficiencies, I've been blessed with building 3 7-figure a year businesses. That's $3 million a year businesses. And so if I can do it, anyone can do it. So I want to encourage you, take lots of notes today, connect with everybody, and definitely click on that link and set up an appointment so we can talk more. There we go. I've milked my moments as much as I possibly can. I thank you so much. I hope, pray, and trust the very best for you and your family. And today, make a commitment to say, I will find a way to profitably solve problems. It is right and good that I earn money, that I serve greatly, and abundance is natural. And I'm going to stop stopping the flow. I'm now saying yes to me, saying yes to abundance, and I will allow the tools around me to support me. Again, James MacNeil, God bless. Thank you so much for this time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Pow. I just woke up this morning and pow, I met Pow. And I encourage everyone to enjoy every moment today. Thank you. God bless.
And every story can change the world. Together we are Global Speakers Talk.